Fertilizing.
Yeah, we're getting it going and warming it up and getting it a little wet. And then, that's when you got to hit it with the sunlight, guys. And I will up the ante. So now you have to give me feedback. You have to react. And
how do you do this? Do you try to make them jealous or something?
No, nothing. That's too disrespectful. I'm more of a.
So it's impressive to me. I'll at least have that line.
I'll change my tone up, and I'll start getting a little snappy, and I guess different circumstances, different situations. It's situational. It depends what I'm trying to go for. I like a little arguing a little bit.
Now, what does that do for you, though? What does that do?
Well, I get stimulated from it, but not only that. It gives them they start they check you too. Hopefully. But, they'll throw attitude, and sometimes I need a little arguing, a little chaos. I want to be checked at some point, and I think it gives me...
No, that's another good point. So do guys often check you? And say, Jocelyn, you're out of line here.
Never.
You better...
Never. Except this one guy... Yeah, this one guy though, and that was the thing that pulled me in.
Which guy is this?
Bryce. Oh, can I say his name? Is that bad?
You can say whatever you'd like.
His name is Bryce.
Taco Man. I call him Taco Man. Oh, that wasn't him.
No, he didn't even bring me the damn tacos. How rude was that, right? He did bring my champagne, so I'll give him props for that one. But he was one of the first to check me, and at first I was furious. I was like, and I had that moment, but then I loved it. It was
you
great.
need it.
Yeah, and
women
nobody
need that.
Yeah, and I think girls don't have rules in life,
But let's face it. Also, I'm not going to let him watch this part, but you are going to break his heart.
I want to say I'm going to handle it with the best care I possibly can. But it could definitely, it might happen.
Here's the thing. I have a sixth sense for what's going on in relationships. I can just tell, what's going on. And, I can always tell when a guy is, super into a girl.
You think he's into me? But sometimes I feel like he's not that into me.
Well... It's just one of those things where, if the guy cares too much, they're going to get roasted. And the woman's going to toast him, especially when the woman has tons of options.
It's funny, though? I have enough. It's so weird, but, I don't really move through life I have options. I will be the first to say, I am quite you've heard about it. I'm a special package.
We need to get into this part, too.
Yeah, but I feel like
what makes you a special package?
Well, I meant special, not in the grown sort of special. I'm a little fiery. Okay, let's be real.
Is that code for something else?
Yeah, I'm about crazy. I'm like a roller coaster. You're never gonna get. It's one of those roller coasters that are enclosed and it's super dark. You go to Disneyland, you can't see it.
See, Dr. Jared would have to kind of observe this in action to really see what's going on.
It probably, yeah.
It might be a cluster B thing, and I'm not judging. I'm not judging any cluster B thing because
totally. I'm definitely.
I know I'm a little bit of that too.
Yeah.
So who am I to judge such a thing?
I definitely have quite a bit of narcissistic traits.
Aha! Sure. But you also said to me, that. You sense it in me as well.
Oh yeah, but I think it's a thing. When you have it, you can feel it.
We know our own.
Yeah.
I get, but you see, I feel for me, I'm a self-aware version of it. Mm-hmm. So I'm not one of those reactive gaslighters and the ones that goes off the rocker.
Right.
But I certainly meet some of the criteria. Almost without a doubt.
Totally agreeable.
And so, which ones do you think So, for example, there's BPD criteria, there's narcissistic personality disorder criteria. I don't know if you're BPD, though, because you say you don't really have, fear of abandonment. That's, one of the biggest ones with BPD.
Yeah.
Maybe NPD, and I think, for me, I used to have more BPD.
Okay.
But now I probably have more of the
narcissism.
Don't ever let it happen again.
It might happen 3 more times. I'd be, kicking these I'm it might happen.
She thinks she's at the bar over here.
Yeah, honestly, in my head, we're just, chilling at the bar talking life.
So let's paint a picture here, rather than talking about the stuff I already talked about me all the time on here. You walk into a bar. Mm-hmm. Let's paint the picture of what happens to Jocelyn at a bar. Look at that. See that smile? That's how.
Okay.
Time out.
Okay.
They say attention is the corn of the realm for women in the
Yeah.
girl world, and it's no exception. That's true for you too.
So generally, when I walk into a bar, I'm gonna sound like such a brat. Okay, generally when I walk in,
You can't fake the smile. You just did.
okay, so
You
generally when I walk in first. I don't know why. I never try to walk in first, but I do generally walk in first. And when I walk in, God, it sounds so horrible, but like everyone looks at me. Like it's women, men, and it used to make me really insecure, honestly. And
Why is
then
that?
because I wasn't sure what to do in that moment. Like I'd walk in, and I used to have kind of like bad social anxiety. I would walk in, and everybody would look at me, and I would like have that moment back in the day where I'd be like, and I would look, and then I would look right at the floor. I wasn't brave enough for quite a while to like look among the masses. I would just look at the floor, and then I just decided to look up, and I loved when I looked. I loved that feeling. So usually when I walk in, a lot of people do look as I walk in, and something about that moment just, it's like intoxicating. I love it. I love attention. I can't help it. I do like to be noticed. And then I start to walk to approach a bar, and usually people are still like looking at me. So even if the bar's packed, I pick where I want to like slide in, and they like
Strategically.
you know how Moses like it's like that. I pick where I want to go, and they move for me, and I slide in and I get my drink.
So she's like Moses. She parts the
You
Red
know,
Sea.
they move, yeah.
And so, okay, well, time out. So the guys that talk to you, what kinds of things that really stand out to you? Because and this is why I think this is important, because as someone who has a lot of guys trying to talk to them, what kind of things really stand out to you?
You know, I'm a big like energy vibey person. I definitely look at the aesthetic from the rip. Let's be honest, we all do.
Well, looks are important.
Right.
But I get exactly what you mean, because it's not about like what they say as much as it is the energy and how they say it. Like we talked about with the other gentleman before. Like you can do a creepy thing even, but if you say it with the right energy and the right confidence, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Like you can conquer anything if you just don't give it.
Yes. You know what? My biggest thing, though, I'm not gonna lie, my favorite thing to do in public or at bars is.
Oh no.
So those overly confident, like the F-boy types, right? So those ones, I love crushing their souls. I love it because you know what? I know in my head how many women they've probably like crushed in, and I just feel
How
like.
do you do it?
Oh God, I'm just so dismissive. I'm so belittling to them, and I guess it was once upon a time. I was, nerdy and I was different, and those guys were mean to me back in the day.
You're still different.
Yeah, but they were very mean to me, so I feel like for us girls, that kind of blossomed and came up, I'm mean to them.
You killed their souls.
I let the chaos gates open, and I'm very dismissive. I treat them like I let them know what it feels like.
Well, I guess I can't say they don't deserve it. Do you want to pull a little more wine for me, my
so
dear?
I unfortunately do get a little, not nice to them so much because I don't know. It's just I feel like we have to a little. Sorry, guys, my best
they
just
deserve
out
it
here.
though.